What's going on, you guys? So, Dibella came out and addressed his situation with Premier Boxing Champions. Now, the funny thing is, for those of you who follow my channel, my last video I did about Jamal Charlo, Eddie Hearn showing proof that Jamal Charlo received the offer. I also spoke about what I think is really going on with PBC and behind the scenes. And I also spoke about Deontay Wilder in a Dazn deal, and I spoke about Dibella, trying to get him that deal. And that's likely the reason why Dibella isn't with PBC anymore. And sure enough, hours later the next day, because I did the video late night around this time, about 2-something in the morning, 3 in the morning. And I usually upload, post it on YouTube like early in the morning. And strange enough, Dibella addressed the same issue that I was talking about. He, telling people that he's been exiled from Premier Boxing Champions. So I would like to think I know what I'm talking about, because I said the exact same thing that Dibella said. Okay, and he says here, my relationship as a promoter for Deontay Wilder and working with his team ended when I set up the Dazn meeting, which is perverse. I tried to talk to everyone in the market to make the most money for a guy I cared about. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? And it's exactly what he's supposed to do. I think Deontay Wilder, and he's my favorite fighter, alongside of Terrence Crawford and Edeslandi Lara. So this is not a Deontay Wilder bash video or any of that bullshit for the haters. But this is me just hoping that Deontay Wilder made the right decision. Hoping that he made the right decision not taking a $100 million Dazn deal. Because let's just say, for example, now, if he goes out there and loses to Tyson Fury, which isn't far from a possibility, I do think Deontay Wilder can beat him. I think he will win. But I always felt, even before they fought, when they first had their little face-off years ago, I always felt that Tyson Fury will be the guy to give Deontay Wilder his toughest fight. Why? Because stylistically, it's just it's not necessarily a good matchup for Wilder stylistically. And I always felt that. And by him, if he goes out there and loses to Tyson Fury, okay, let's just say hypothetically he goes out there and he loses to Tyson Fury, then what? See, now if he was signed that Dazn deal, he'll still be getting that big bag regardless. Deontay Wilder always speak about generational wealth. Well, you getting offered $120 million, $120 million, bro, that's generational wealth. You could really flip that, and come on. So by him not taking that Dazn deal, like I said in my previous video, and it's just for those who didn't see it, by him not taking that deal, now Showtime, Showtime, Fox, PBC or whatever, got to cough up this money to pay Wilder now. They had to pay him $20 million to fight Dominic Breazeale. And really, that's bad for business. And so that's why they got rid of Dibella, a Hall of Fame promoter. It seems like Dibella right now is a vagabond. He seems like he really don't have a home. He may. I'm not sure if he's going to align himself with Top Rank. It's hard for Dibella now. He's kind of out in the street by himself with the few fighters that he got. I know he promotes Regis Prograis, but they don't necessarily have a home, now that PBC exiled him. That's the words he used. PBC exiled him because he tried to get Wilder the deal. I think, honestly, man, and it's funny, man, because a while ago I used to argue with certain guys about Shelly Finkel and, these guys, certain guys, they know who they are if they're watching this video. They used to always say, Shelly Finkel they always just blame Shelly Finkel. They used to always just try to really push the narrative that Shelly Finkel was bad for Wilder and he's giving him bad business advice. And I didn't see it at all back then. I did not see it. But now, like I said, I took the red pill. So now I'm seeing things a lot differently. I really do think that was bad advice. Why would you stop Deontay Wilder from getting that money? How could Deontay Wilder let himself be convinced not to take that deal? Off the strength of AJ. He didn't take the deal because of AJ. He didn't want it because of what AJ was getting. Because of what AJ was getting, bro. We all know AJ's going to get that bag. AJ has a whole country behind him. The whole United Kingdom is behind Anthony Joshua. And probably a lot of Africa is behind him as well. Anthony Joshua, for truth be told, he's the A side against Deontay Wilder. He has the 3 belts. He is, I mean, whether you feel that his social media following is fake, dude has millions and millions of followers. You know, he sells out arenas. You know, whether they comp the tickets or not, that should be packed. You know, even when he came to Madison Square Garden, packed. Everywhere he fight in the UK, packed. So in reality, AJ is the A side, but that doesn't mean the fight shouldn't happen. I mean, really, now that I'm putting it into perspective, it's really looking like to me that Al Heyman is preventing a lot of these fights from happening. Why would you go and feed Charles Martin to AJ instead of just feeding him to Wilder? Well, because they didn't have the money back then, you know. But now Wilder's getting this deal, this $100 million deal on the table from Dazn. You know, and Dazn admitted they dropped the ball, but $100 million, bro. And I respect the man for betting on himself. I respect him for that, gambling, taking a gamble on himself. I respect that. I really do. But I really, really wonder if that was the right decision from Deontay Wilder. Is he getting bad advice? You know, what do you guys think? Was that bad advice for Wilder to turn down that Dazn deal? You know, Tyson Fury is allegedly getting like $100 million or whatever he claimed he was getting. Why he took the deal? So no matter who he's fighting, no matter what he does, he's gonna get the bag. And now PBC has a problem with Lou Dibella. They fired Lou Dibella, who was a Hall of Fame promoter, who knows the game of boxing, who's been around for years, who's promoted tons of different fighters. Now he has no home. You know, he tried to get Deontay Wilder the best deal that he could possibly give him because he cared about him. He tried to give him the best deal that he could possibly give him, and unfortunately, that deal was being offered from Dazn. And now PBC is mad at Lou Dibella to better Wilder's life, to make sure he has money out after boxing, to make sure he gets the best deal that he can possibly get. And then they go and fire this fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? Why would you tell this guy to turn down that type of deal? It just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you tell this guy? He always speak about generational wealth, y'all. Why would you tell him to turn? Who told him? Why would he let himself get talked out of that? All because of what AJ was getting. I just find that crazy. And Lou Dibella is probably, his head probably spinning. He probably scratching his head like, man, I'm just trying to do right by this guy. I'm trying to do right by my guy I cared about. It's been my guy for years. I watch him come up in the pro ranks and shit. Nobody giving him a shot. Him fighting in these high school gyms and all these small arenas and nobody really paying attention to him. And you know what I'm saying? Now, you know, I'm trying to give him the best deal that you could possibly give him. Then I get fired by Premier Boxing Champions for trying to look out for Wilder. I really now question if Deontay Wilder is getting bad advice. No fighter on Premier Boxing Champion has a network deal. Floyd Mayweather is the last guy on that side of the street that had a network deal. Terrence Crawford is one of the few fighters in America that has a network deal. Deontay Wilder was about to get a deal from Dazn. What was it, a 3 or 4 fight deal? It wasn't even that many fights. He could have fought whoever he wanted. And then the last fight likely would have been Anthony Joshua. So now I'm questioning. And like I said, Wilder is my favorite fighter. But like I told you, on Bushido Boxing, we gonna keep it real around here. We're gonna talk about the real raw shit, and we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. Ain't no sugarcoating fanboy shit over here on Bushido Boxing. Bushido means the way of the warrior. Okay? But I really it's just funny, man. And the thing is, it's not like this is just a one-time incident. It's been a lot of cases where these guys from other promotional companies are sending these guys for Premier Boxing Champions these offers, these big lucrative deals, and these guys are turning it down. Is this bad advice? You know what I'm saying? I mean, honestly, you know, I know a lot of brothers say, yeah, we stick with PBC and things of that nature. Yeah, you know, Al Heyman does right by his fighters. Yeah, we know all that. But at the same time, PBC was willing to offer Gennady Golovkin how much? Y'all remember that when Gennady Golovkin was looking for a new home after HBO shut down? He was looking for a new home. You know, Al Heyman was willing to offer him like $30 million deal or some shit like that. A huge offer. How come he ain't never offered none of these the black fighters that's under Premier Boxing Champion banner this type of deal? How come they don't lock Deontay Wilder in these type of deals? Maybe they don't really believe in Wilder. You know, how come they didn't lock Errol Spence in some type of deal? You know what I'm saying? Why? What's really good? You know, you got all these other guys willing to send these guys these lucrative deals, but somebody on Premier Boxing Champion is telling these guys, these grown ass men, to turn down life changing money. It's just baffling to me. Now I know all money ain't good money, but at the end of the day, you're a prize fighter, and what you fight for is the money. You don't want to be out here broke, you know, scraping around, you know, 10, 15 years after your career is over. And when you getting offers like $100 million, I mean, come on, people, $100 million. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.